very good morning to all of you. This is Sandeep Kumar from Sandeep IS Academy. Today I am going to explain one topic from current affairs. This topic is related with health sector, and health sector has been favorite topic of UPSC. UPSC has been asking question from the past many years related with the health sector. Today's topic name is India's brain drain in health sector. Before going into the details of this article, I would like to explain about brain drain. What do you mean by brain drain? So brain drain can be defined as the departure of an educated individual or the departure of professional people from one country to another country in a lieu of better job, in a lieu of better standard of living. As far as India is concerned, India has been major exporter of healthcare professional specifically to the developed countries like GCC, Gulf Cooperation country, European countries, USA, UK. So these all countries are flooded with India's medical professional doctors and nurses. As far as data is concerned, there is one data which is called BAPIO. BAPIO stands for British Association of Physicians of Indian Origin. This data states a very frightening statistics. UK alone has 40,000 Indian doctors who are working over there. I am repeating once again, as per the BAPIO data, UK alone has 40,000 Indian doctors who are working over there. Another frightening data is related with the OECD. OECD stands for Organization of Cooperation and Development. This data also gives a very curious statistics, and this statistics stats that 69,000 Indian trained doctors are working in these four countries. 69,000 Indian trained doctors are working in these four countries, and these four countries are UK, USA, Canada and Australia. And moreover, 56,000 trained nurses are working in these four countries, that is UK, USA, Canada and Australia. So this is something by which we can easily evaluate, we can easily identify that why our health system has been grappling with many anomalies. There is a huge shortage of various medical professionals ranging from doctors to nurses, because the people are the health professionals from India are migrating in a large scale from India to different developed countries. As far as the various issues are concerned, in the health sector, there are three major issues which we must focus upon. The first issue is poor infrastructure. There is one data which I would like to quote. There is one data which is called Human Development Report, which came in 2020. Human Development Report which came in 2020, and as per this data, there is only 5 hospital beds per 1,000 population. There is only 5 hospital beds per 1,000 population, which is a very low across all the countries in the world. Means it is India's statistics is lowest in all, comparing to all the countries in the world. So this is the poor infrastructure which is the major issue, in the health sector. Second one is the skewed distribution of various medical colleges and medical institutions. Skewed distribution means uneven distribution. Uneven distribution means, if you will see the metropolitan city, you will come to know that metropolitan city has been flooded with many medical colleges and medical institutions, whereas if you will concentrate on the semi-urban areas or a small town, you will come to know that these semi-urban areas or a small town has been deprived of various medical colleges and medical hospitals. So we can say that urban area has been highly skewed, urban areas has been highly flooded with the various medical facilities, whereas the semi-urban areas or village area or even small town has been deprived of the various medical colleges and medical hospitals. As far as the third parameter is concerned, which is also the major issue in the health sector, that is the lack of human resources. Before explaining this topic, I would like to quote one data from WHO, that is World Health Organization. World Health Organization says that there should be 3 nurses in per 1,000 population. Means the minimum number of nurses should be equivalent to the 3 should be equivalent to 3 in per thousand population, and doctor to patient ratio should be equivalent to 1 is to 1100. Doctor to patient ratio should be equivalent to 1 is to 1100. But as far as in India's case, we can see that there is only 1.7 nurses in per thousand population, and doctor to patient ratio is 1 is to 1404. I am repeating once again, as far as in India's case is concerned, there is 1.7 nurses in per thousand population, and there is doctor to patient ratio is 1 is to 1404, which is far below than WHO standards. So these are the various issues which are grappling with our health sector. As far as the reasons for the brain drain is concerned, there are numerous reasons because of which this phenomena has been happening from the past many years, and these all regions can be categorized broadly into the two factors, and that two factors are pull factor and push factor. Yes, that two factors are pull factor and push factor. These two terms are very categorically defined in economics. This pull factor and push factor consisted of many parameters which I will discuss later on. But before going into the detail of all the technicalities of this pull factor and push factor, first of all, let us discuss what do you mean by push factor and what do you mean by pull factor. Push factor is a process where an individual are forced to leave their point of origin and they want to settle somewhere else. Push factor is a process in which an individual are encouraged or are enforced to leave their point of origin and they want to reside in somewhere else. Whereas pull factor is a process which attracts to the people to new places. For example, I am giving a simple example. It will clear all your doubt about the push factor and pull factor. Suppose that there is an area A and there is area B. So in area A, if there is unemployment, then the people will feel the push factor, because if people want to survive, if people want to improvise their standard of living, then definitely they will have to leave that area because there is the unavailability of job. There is unemployment. And suppose there is another area which is called B, where is abundance of the employment, where there is availability of the employment. So people from A area will try to migrate to B area so that they can get the job and they can improvise their lifestyle. So area B will be working as a pull factor and area A will be working as a push factor. So in short I will say unemployment is a kind of push factor which enforces an individual, which encourages an individual to change their position, to change their city, to change their point of origin from that place to another place. And abundance of job, availability of the job, adequateness of the job is another area which can be categorized as the pull factor, which attracts the individual through the various parts of the country so that the people can go there and the people can get the job over there. So this is the pull factor, and this is all the details about the push factor and pull factor. So we are going to explain the various points which can be categorized in the push factor, and then later on I will explain about the pull factor. In push factor, there is a lack of healthcare educational institutions. In push factor, the first point which comes in our mind is there is a lack of healthcare educational institutions. I will say that there is only 550 India has only around 550 institutions for MBBS education. As a result, a student prefer to move abroad due to high course fee and low seats in government medical colleges. A student prefer to move to abroad, and since after their graduation they prefer to pursue their higher education over there, and even they prefer to practice over there. And China has been playing a wonderful role. In attracting the Indian students from India to China, because China is providing medical education at a very cheaper rate comparing to India, and that's why the Indian students are migrating to China, and even then they are joining jobs over there. Next one is low wages. Obviously this is something which I have already stated earlier, that India is not paying that much good salary which developed nations are paying, and because of that the Indian healthcare professionals are moving in a very large scale. They are migrating in a very large scale from India to different developed nation. And then India is then there is the investment issue. India is investing very less. India, there is a very less investment in the health sector. I will quote one example. India is spending 1.2% of their GDP in health sector, but the requirement is India should spend 2.67 to 3% of their GDP in the health sector, so that we will be able to create more and more jobs, and then the people, the health professional from India will not migrate in a large scale from India to the different developed nations. So these are the three regions. Last region is other issues. In other issue there are various factors, and one of the most important factor is that there is unethical practices in India. If you will go to the private hospital, you will encounter that they are practicing very unethical practices. For example, the doctor will perform the surgery even when it is not mandatory for the patient. Doctor will write so many tests which is actually not required to the patient. So these all are the unethical practices which is very much prevalent in the private hospital in India, and this is also one of the reason because of which the people, the health professional from India are migrating from India to the different countries of the world. As far as push factor is concerned, this is the push factor. As far as pull factor is concerned, pull factor means pull factor consists of 2 points. The first point is access to advanced technology. See, if you will go to the other countries, they are paying a more attention on the research and development. In India, they are paying very less budget on the research and development. So the health professional who are very much interested in doing the research, they prefer to move outside from this country, because in Japan, in China, in UK, in USA, they are spending a very huge amount of money. They are offering a very handsome scholarship if somebody wants to pursue research. But in India, this is not very much prevalent. So because of this, the people are getting attracted and they are migrating from India to other parts of the country. And then there is the better standard of living. This is also something which I told you earlier, that since they are paying a very lucrative salary, so definitely the health professional who are migrating from India to the different parts of the country, they will be able to improvise their life because of the lucrative package, because of the handsome salary. And then there are the very favorable policy by the different developed nation. I will quote some of the examples. OECD countries have exempted OECD countries exempted travel bans for all the healthcare professionals, and even then they are offering the job. I am telling once again, OECD countries have exempted the travel bans for all the healthcare professionals. France has given free citizenship to all the frontline immigrant workers who are to the frontline immigrant healthcare workers. France has given a free citizenship to all the immigrant healthcare workers, and moreover, the UK has extended the visa of all the healthcare workers who are working in the different hospitals. So these are the various lucrative policies which are practiced by the different developed nation. As far as the suggestive approach is concerned, it's a very simple. At the national level, we should try to maximize our budget in the health sector. We should create more and more healthcare institutions. We should empower technological development. We should improvise in our technology. We should have a regulation over the unethical practices, and there should be the bilateral agreement between the different nations. As far as at the global level, suggestive approach at the global level is concerned, there should be check and balances in recruiting agencies, because there is so many malicious effect which are often seen in the various recruiting agency, because some of the recruiting agencies are working as a fake agency. They are actually a fake agency. And circular migration should also be promoted. What is circular migration? Circular migration means, suppose that India is sending 10 health professionals to the USA, then similarly USA should also send 10 health professionals to India. This is the circular migration. So this is all about today's article. Thank you.